Okay, like I said, this will be bonus content, so I'll show you what each one means.
This station represents when Jesus was condemned to die by Pilate. Pilate called out, "Behold your king." It still amazes me that people don't know that Jesus was condemned to die because he threatened the power of the Caesar. He was a descendant of Solomon, which meant that he rightfully could have claimed power as king of the Jews. That certainly stirred up the Romans.
This would be, actually, never mind, this isn't going to be bonus, because this actually does have some importance to the game.
This depicts Jesus carrying the cross he was to be crucified on. It's made of a sturdy and most likely heavy wood in the shape of a T. This was known as the Tau cross, and much later St. Anthony's cross. The traditional Latin cross that most pictures depict Christ carrying didn't become prevalent until the 3rd century.
And there are platforms at the bottom, which are actually the important
There's a
parts.
notch on this shelf.
I'll show you what those are for after. I just like going through these stories, because I think you do get bonus content if you do this, so.
This station shows when Jesus first fell while being forced to carry the crucifixion cross to Golgotha. Some people don't know that Jesus was actually tortured before his crucifixion as well. They whipped him within an inch of his life using a scourge, or lead-weighted whip. I doubt anyone could stand after that kind of abuse. This station depicts Jesus meeting his mother, Mary, or the Virgin Mary as she is better known, on his way to Golgotha.
Some of these are really short, so they shouldn't take very long. I'm not going to be doing much talking during this part, just so the pictures can go on.
With the cross being too heavy for Jesus to continue, the Roman centurions picked Simon of Cyrene from the crowd to carry it. He's named in several of the Gospels, so it seems likely to be true, though there's no background history for Simon before or after the events of the crucifixion, other than that he had 2 sons, Alexander and Rufus. This isn't mentioned in the Gospels, but it's from the apocryphal writings. Veronica was someone who said Jesus cured her blood disorder. She came to his trial to claim Jesus was innocent. When Jesus walked by her, she wiped some of the spit and blood from his face, and it said his image was left on the cloth she used, one of the very few acts of kindness he experienced during his crucifixion. Here, Jesus falls again. At this point, he was not carrying the cross anymore as the Roman centurions had given it to Simon of Cyrene, but he had been whipped nearly to death.
The next few are on this side of the room. I'll just make one over here.
Here, the women of Jerusalem lament for Jesus. In the Gospel of Luke, Jesus makes an odd prophecy where he tells the women not to weep for him, but for themselves and their children. For the days are coming when those who never had kids will think they are blessed. Many try to attribute this to later plagues, but it seems more likely to me that if I were about to die, my outlook on life would also be pretty bleak. Jesus falls for the 3rd time in this depiction.
Yeah, that was up for that one. It's very short.
Once they got to the place of the skull, Golgotha, they stripped Jesus naked, the final humiliation. They even gambled on who would get his undergarment.
Everything that's mentioned is true. It's mentioned in several things, so.
The actual nailing to the cross takes place at the 11th station. I often wonder when I hear cases of stigmata, why people bleed through their hands. It was scientifically proven that in order to be able to hang from the cross, the nails are put through the wrists between the bones of your forearm. Nails through the hands simply wouldn't hold.
I've never heard of that before, so. And that's that area right here. I'm just gonna cut in. This area right here is where Silas found that fake note. I believe you can examine it.
Someone smashed through the floor here and probably found this stone.
It was the big stone. We got Silas pretty pissed off.
The Gospels of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John all tell of Jesus' death on the cross. They also agree that Jesus called out, "God, God, why have you forsaken me?" It's obvious to me that someone calling this out is not of God, but it's also irrelevant. Jesus was a good man, and he died because of politics, not because he did anyone harm.
Because people can be assholes.
They took Jesus' dead body down from the Tau cross and presented it to Mary. Both the Virgin Mary and Mary Magdalene were present there, and that's all that we can really know. Scholars to this day still debate who the body was given to.
Yep. I'm just using my computer at the same time as I'm doing this.
The burial of Jesus is covered in the Gospels, but only Mark and Matthew mention that both Mary, his mother, and Mary Magdalene were there. It's funny how the Bible is written from so many contradicting points of view, yet people still believe it to be true, word for word.
Alright, and that was the last thing for down here. That took several minutes to do, I apologize. So after you do that, the thing you have to do again is go all back upstairs. I'm not lying, you must go all the way back upstairs. And go back to Sister Sandri's room. Because remember that Orient chest? I'm probably going to go into the wrong room while I do this. No, actually, I usually go into the wrong room, surprisingly. See this? This is the, there is a keyhole. Remember when we got that key? You use that.
Let's see if there are any clues in here.
The thing you need here is the Station of the Cross. And I believe that's it for in here. Yeah. So after you do that, you have to go all the way back downstairs. In this mission, you're pretty much running all up and downstairs. The monks shouldn't come back, but I can't be 100% sure on that. So I will pause right here and you